You got to make a reservation. It's very difficult to get in.
Well, it's okay. I'll use the service entrance. I'll see you at 9.
Welcome
And bienvenidos
to another episode of Service Entrance People. I'm Boomer.
And I'm Pixie. Hola.
Hola, Pixie. For those of you new to the show, maybe just jumping in, this podcast is for and about the gritty, underpaid, underprivileged service industry workers of the world.
Unite.
We have clearly made wrong turns in our lives because no matter what, we have ended up here in jobs where no matter our talent, our arts, our skills, we end up dealing with the infamous Karens and Florida men.
Florida man.
And Mr. and Mrs. Von Uppity on a daily basis. Day in and day out, you and I, we walk through the parking lot of broken dreams and enter through the specially marked door. You know the door.
It's that service entrance door.
Yup. So if you're interested in listening and sharing in war stories of what we call the industry, or if you're curious as to what us,
the help,
are actually thinking, we are going to share with you stories of the strange, shocking, and hilarious, because laughing is the only way we know how to make it through.
That's absolutely true. This industry is one that we truly love, and you're always going to hear us bitch and rant that we got to work at work.
Son of a bitch.
And that we hate the customers so much.
You're the worst.
Yeah, we kid because we care, though. There's nothing we would rather be doing except maybe
this podcast.
Correctamundo.
Also, please do us a favor. If we're not for you, just go ahead and listen anyway.
Hate listen, rage listen, binge listen.
Heckle us, because we know that the only thing that's better than a good horror movie is a terrible fucking horror movie. You can just push play
and walk away.
Your pets have been texting us for weeks now, telling us how much they love our show. So keep doing it. Keep entertaining them and give us those delightful spins. One last disclaimer. This show, like the industries we cover, comes with some spicy fucking language.
Ay, 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 muy caliente.
You have been forewarned.
I am shocked.
I feel the same.
Fuego.
Please do us a favor as you are listening to us. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, rate, and review. 5 stars is what we need, but we really need the words after it.
Yeah, give us those words.
Don't know what you're going to say? Doesn't matter. Just type in words. That's all. It helps us move up the charts, and that is a very important thing for the two of us.
Yeah. Press that predictive text button like 5 times. Cinco times, baby.
Doesn't matter what platform you are listening on. It helps, except for Stitcher. Stitcher is apparently closing its doors, and so as of August 29th, you will not be able to hear our show or anything on Stitcher.
Sad face.
But if you are a Stitcher user, you can swap over to Spotify, because that is their, I guess, sister/parent entity.
Or Pandora, or Audible, or Amazon, or Anchor, or Simplecast, or Apple Podcasts, whatever.
Just something.
Or YouTube. We have a YouTube channel.
We do.
It's called Service Entrance People. Go check it out.
It's awesome.
You won't see our faces. It's
Not
just
even
a
a little
static
bit.
image because we're so basic.
But you can help us with that. That's right, by becoming a producer of the show.
How do they do that, Boomer?
Patreon.com/Service Entrance People. Any level of sponsorship, you get access to bonus content, you get free things from us, and you get your name said at the very end of the episodes if you are an executive producer, a Von Uppity, as we like to say. I don't remember the other things because I just dropped my script.
Also, if doing the monthly commitment isn't for you, you can always hit us up on PayPal at Service Entrance Peeps and do a one-time donation. You found some change, you feeling generous, go ahead, one time.
$1, $1 million, every little bit counts, helping us get to our dreams.
Or if you're a broke-ass bitch like myself and you still want to help out the show, you can always contribute by giving us your stories of the customer service industry by emailing us at serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com, hitting us up on Facebook at Service Entrance People Podcast, or DMing us at Instagram at Service Entrance People Pod, because it's all meta, baby.
Girl, who all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who love this podcast.
Me too. You can also leave us a voicemail if that is more your cup of flavor. 854-345-7721. Just dial up and rant away.
No one's going to pick it up. You're safe.
This is a safe space for you, but not for any of the people that we talk about actually on the show. With that said, he said, let us lock the doors, crank up the tunes, and grab our
Shifties of the week.
You went first last week.
I did.
I vaguely remember that.
Good job.
So I'm going to go first this week.
What you drinking?
I am going to Palmetto Brewing, which is weird because it's brewed in New Orleans. But it's palmetto, and it's got the South Carolina little palmetto tree and half moon thing. And if I remember correctly, they used to be brewed in whatever the fuck the name of this state is. The Palmetto State?
South Carolina?
Would that be correct? Yeah. The Charleston is where they started, but I guess now they're big time, and they are in the Orleans of
the new.
Yeah.
Nuevos Orlandos.
Yeah. So I am going to be imbibing a Palmetto Amber Ale. We're going 5.8 alcohol by volume on this delightful little stretch. And away we go.
How is it?
That's very nice. It's got just the faintest hint of a nutty something in there, but it's a strong amber.
Funny you should mention the Palmetto Brewing Company.
Thank you for jumping in because I was going to make an Amber Alert joke.
Yeah, I feel like you copied me.
Oh, you feel like it? Meaning like I absolutely did? Like... I was like, hey, Pixie, what are you drinking? And then I totally was like, oh, shit, I've got an extra one of those.
Yeah, so mine...
Yeah, no, I did that.
Mine is also from Palmetto Brewing Company. However, I was going to tell you falsely that it is in Charleston because mine still says at the very top.
So does mine.
Charleston since 1993.
Exactly, since 1993, but since more recently.
Yeah, there should be a disclaimer on here that it has changed.
Maybe
anyway,
the home offices are still there.
My mango passion fruit session sour.
Whoa!
Say that 5 times fast.
Say that 1 time slowly.
I know, right?
You couldn't.
Here we go.
God, you're so much better every week at cracking beers than I
know. It's because I almost drink professionally at this point.
It's your teeny little hands. That's what that is.
Wow.
Wow?
Yeah. That's a kick in the teeth with some soury goodness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the alcohol by volume? Did you say that?
It is 4.5
or
ABV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, either you didn't say it or I was ignoring.
No, I was actually jealous because yours was higher.
Yeah, I went for that this week.
But I'm betting mine tastes, I don't know, tangier.
I bet it does.
It does.
Because mine's an amber and yours ain't.
No, mine's a sour. So there you go.
Ha-ha. This week is episode 41 of Service Entrance People.
Hell yeah.
It is entitled, Don't Lump Me In With These People.
Don't lump me in with these fucking Martians.
You've said that so many times.
I do, often.
So we are celebrating this week just the crazy bullshit characters that we run into, that we wind up working with, that are just in and around our lovely, lovely experience on this planet.
I feel like they're the magical, retarded sparkle ponies of the world.
Ain't supposed to say the R word.
They're slow. What? It's a word.
You're not supposed to say the R word.
Well, too bad. I have a microphone, and you also have a microphone.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it anyway.
I'm going to use mine to not say the R word.
Yeah, you can just be, the C word, the B word, and I'm going to be here shouting cunt at the top of my lungs.
Shout cunt all you want. I'll shout cunt. I'm just not going to say the R word.
No, freedom of speech, retard. We're taking it back.
Oh, my God. You are a professional drunk. So, as with most of our episodes and how we kind of plan this shit, usually there has to be an inciting incident that will give us the...
An inciting incident?
Yes.
That's inciting.
It's insightful.
And exciting.
It incites us. And there has to be sort of a little something that pushes us and goes like, oh, shit, yeah, that. And that will then roll the ball down. So like last week with the bad tip that the server got, that was the 56 turning into 58 because it was 0.02 cents and all that.
Yeah.
And then we're like, holy shit. And so we gathered our forces.
It became a thing. Yes.
So.
Big sigh.
There really are some Martians that we encounter on the day, on the regs, and we just had to share the craziness because there are stories that even you and I just look at each other and like, is this fucking happening?
Is this for real,
Like,
though?
is this a real thing? And some of them are people that we work with, and they will obviously remain completely nameless. Some of them have been shared with us and written in and such.
Mm-hmm.
This first one, though, absolutely happened to us
Mm-hmm.
the other day. And it's the employee who's vaguely racist, but says that he's totally not racist.
Yeah, I know the story.
And in saying that he's not racist, is racist.
I can't be racist. My
Yeah.
boyfriend's brother's
Yeah.
adopted sister is black.
Yeah, my lawyer's Jewish. Like, I mean, yeah,
My-
I can't be anti-Semitic. My lawyer's Jewish. Yeah, that sort of thing. So there was a fiasco that was witnessed where it was the end of the day. There was going to be no more food coming out of the kitchen because the kitchen was super duper backed up. Like fucking 2 rails full of tickets in the window. Everybody's losing their mind. And it's also like 5 minutes before quote unquote closing.
Yeah, even I jump behind the line. It's weird when I'm behind the line.
Well, you weren't behind the line. You were
well, no,
at Expo.
I was at Expo. Whatever.
Yeah, very different.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
behind
no.
the line would be cooking.
No,
and you weren't.
there was no
You-
room for me back there.
You weren't. Yeah.
No, I would be squashed.
Yes. So
In our tiny, tiny kitchen.
there was a couple that had been told that we weren't going to be able to get them in and food for the evening because we were so backed up. It was taking food like 45 minutes to get out the window, and unfortunately,
people who
yeah,
are already
who
seated.
were already seated. So we're sorry. So these folks then tried to kind of end around, and they went to the bar
Okay.
because they know that typically
We
our bar
serve
is full
food.
service, right?
Yeah.
So the bartender tells them, I can't. Like, I'm not going to because it's going to take at least 45 minutes for these people to get their food. And so for you, it could take up to an hour. So
After closing.
sorry.
Yes.
Well, those folks then,
Wait. Let's interject here. Let me interject here real quick. This bar person, does he often like to touch food?
no, he doesn't. He will use almost anything to not to touch food, to just sling drinks.
He also doesn't even like making iced tea.
But anyway, this was legitimate. This was a fairly legitimate, like, look, man, like, it's gonna suck, and you never want to set the guest up for a bad experience, and that's just totally doing that.
He
right?
He
was actually
realistic.
being smart. Yeah,
He was
yeah.
being realistic.
Yeah. Now, I mean, did he say it in a super shitty way? Of course he did. But
No spoon for you.
yeah. So these folks, this older couple, then get completely enraged by this and want to, as is their God-given right, speak to a manager,
Yep.
saying that the bartender told them that he would not serve them. Now, these folks happen to be Asian, and they thought that it was because they were Asian, he would not serve them.
See, now for me, that's a bonus. If you're Asian, I'm going to try to get you food because you're ninjas.
My God,
Not
Pixie.
racist.
Oh, my God. Just remember when you're sending your complaint letters to address them to Pixie and not to me. Please, I'm trying to be above the fray here. So they did. They caused such a big scene that we wound up having to find a table for them and basically go in, tell the kitchen, we know that we already told you that you just need to work
Get done
through
the
these
orders,
and that's
yeah.
it. However, there's going to be one more, and you actually have to like treat this one with super kid gloves because there was an incident.
So make it on the fly, make it now, prioritize it,
And
all
make
that
it,
jazz.
make it super, super good.
Yeah.
Dance for me, clown, all of that. Well, these folks, in their whole, it's because we are Asian that you are discriminating against us.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender overhears that and then comes in, and after they had been sat, begins to go on a tirade about how he's not racist. It's bullshit. Fucking Chinese people. I can't even with them. What the fuck do they think? I'm not racist. I never said anything racist to these fucking Chinese fuckers.
Well then.
Yeah. To which at that point, I just took.
I question whether or not you were being actually racist.
Yeah. Methinks thou'st are racist enough.
Yeah. Methinks you said something horrible to them.
Yeah.
Like, no food for you.
Asian man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hop along. Just go. So that made us think about all of the absolutely bullshit characters that
that was
speckle
rough.
through our lives.
Yeah, I think these folks actually asked for a manager not once, not twice, but thrice.
Yeah.
And like remembered managers' names.
I think also that one of the managers decided he would be smart and went and hid in the office and tried to do some checkouts and help other people doing other things so that he wasn't the one that had to deal with it. I feel as though that manager was beautiful and bearded and very, very smart. But now it's not just people we work with and people that are on the business side that are the batshit bonker balls crazy ones. You have a guest story that was frankly hilarious.
Yeah, it was same day. So let me regale you with a tale.
Yeah, this day was a son of a bitch, man.
Yeah, it was, it's a holiday weekend past sort of. I don't know, because 4th of July fell in the middle there, so it's like
it was the pre-holiday weekend,
yeah,
and it was hotter than fuck balls.
All ambiguous. Anyway, so I'm dealing with these customers that are coming in droves, right? And I'm trying to do the crowd control while the hostesses catch up. So I'm like, your name, how many in the party? Yes. And we have this rule that is subject to change, but that we're not supposed to quote anything over 45 minutes so people don't lose their ever fucking minds.
You don't want to break their spirit.
No, absolutely not. But we should, in to be realistic with you, like, hey, no, it's going to be an hour and we close in an hour. We're probably not going to be able to feed you.
I would rather overquote and get them in than underquote and have them staring daggers at you.
That's exactly how I feel. Anyway, but this was early in the evening. We weren't even there yet.
Early in the evening.
Yeah.
Rising to...
Okay, stop that. Anyway, so I have a group of like 6 adults that are all in front of me that are all clearly together. And then there's another party sort of off to the side and behind them further and on the benches. Everyone's just kind of lurking and staring. And I get this party of 6 and they ask me, how long do you think? And I said anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes. No, actually, I quoted 25.
Yeah, it was 25
I said
to 35.
25 to 30 because it was early in the evening. And I hear from far to my left, Jesus fucking Christ, an hour and a half? This is goddamn bullshit. And he walks away.
I actually heard somebody yell that and heard then the stomping of feet.
Yeah.
And this is, again, like...
It's a grown-ass man.
Like 30 yards away.
Yeah. So... as I'm dealing with these people, I don't know if they're family, they're just a cluster of friends, I have no idea, but they're, all in their mid 40s to 50s. They look at me and I look at them and then I look over to my left and I shout at the man. I shout so loud, like Boomer did with the "you shitty fucking waitress."
I did see that.
I shouted, I said 25 to 30. And he just kept walking. But I was like,
there was a woman sitting on the bench near him that looked at you and like shook her head and just started laughing.
Just shaking her head like, wow, where did that come from? Yeah, man. It was so not even in the realm of anything I had said, but also he was so far away from me. Like, why didn't you even come up to speak to me for clarification?
Yeah.
Also,
what if he was only a 2-top?
Yeah.
And we had a 2-top
what if his
open?
party was infinitely smaller? What if he had waited to ask me if there was an alternative option and I could have told him, you can sit at either one of our bars. They are full service.
Or what if, because it was a hot day and people wanted to sit inside, what if he wanted to sit outside?
Yeah.
In the sun. We could have accommodated
any
that.
of these things are applicable, but no, this man decided to lose his shit.
And he did.
So
he successfully lost his shit on you.
Well, not really
on you, but like over you.
To the ether as he walked far away to like the grocery store, I guess, to blow off steam. I have no idea.
He did get some losing it all over your pants, though.
Well, whatever. They weren't particularly nice pants anyway.
They weren't, but
I'm pretty sure I dropped things on them that day.
He still got some on you. I have also been in a complete amazement because in this touristy little location that we work, people come down and they want to do what they want to do. It's their vacation, right?
I'm on vacation.
I want this. I want that. I want it now because I'm on vacation.
Don't
Fuck
hassle
the rest
me.
of
I'm on
you.
vacation.
Right. Like, don't care any of the
Not reading
logistical
signs.
reality. Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
So one of the things that I've encountered that's been just bewildering to me is you will get somebody who calls and asks for a reservation, and they will be summarily told, I'm sorry, we don't have any reservations available tonight, but ...
Mm-hmm.
And they'll fight back a little bit. What do you mean? Are you sure? But what if blah, blah, blah? No, I'm sorry. So that's normal, right? That's happens everywhere when people want to make a reservation but can't. It's normal to do that.
They get upset. Yes, that's a natural reaction.
And wanting to figure out can we work around this, right?
Can I leave my number in case someone drops off the list would have been a perfect option.
Something, right. So that's totally understandable. I get that. Boom. However, this is what lately folks have been doing, which fucking makes me crazy. And also, I have so many questions. I will hang up the phone from the one person, and then no more than 3 minutes later, the phone will ring again with a similar area code, but a different number.
Uh-huh.
And a different person, typically, if it was a woman that called me first, the next call will be from a man. Or if a
Okay.
man calls me first, it'll be a call from a woman.
Whoa, man.
Oddly, they will have the same geographic regional twang to their voice from wherever it is they're from, and they will ask me the exact same questions in order.
What is it my bearded manager used to say? A ding-a-dang do.
Wang dang diddly dang dang do.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So it's the phenomena of I didn't get the answer I wanted. Here, you call back and see if they'll say yes to you. Dad said no. Let's see if mom says yes.
Yeah, I actually we have a weird. I get why it's weird. It's a weird policy where prior to these rezos and even now in the aftermath of them, we have this thing where you can call and ask us questions about reservations, like, can I make a, which you'll either get a yes or a no. And then we have this thing where we have walk up, so you can put your name in when you're physically in front of me, and I will tell you it'll be about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, not an hour and a half, because I'm not ever allowed to say that.
And no call aheads.
But no call aheads. So they're like, well, can't I just put my name in now
On
over
the phone, right.
To which I'm like, no.
Because that's a call ahead.
Yes, it is. I'm aware that it is stupid that you need to physically be here when your hotel is like literally across the street. But yes, you do need to be physically in front of me for me to continue this process. And I also really am confused by, and I love you people, I love you, but you're crazy. Are you going to be busy today?
Oh, yes, the prognosticators.
Am I going to be, what does it look like for my party if I was to come in at like 6? How many are there?
You, however,
Yes.
have one of the best analogies for that because they are asking,
I do.
Are you going to be busy at 6:30 for a group of 9 to come in da-da-da-da-da-da? And you liken it to if I were to ask you, hey, Pix, on Thursday, the 15th, when you are at mile marker 72
Yep.
on I-90,
Yep.
what's the traffic sitch going to be like?
And what's the weather like?
How?
Yeah,
How am I supposed to
I
know
am not
that?
a meteorologist. I am not a trafficologist, and I am certainly not a customerologist.
But I am a surgeon.
Fuck, man, I'm not even a pixieologist at this point, but you guys confuse me something fierce, and I love you, and I want to give you the best answer, which is absolutely, I'll take however many of your party right now because I want asses in seats. But the fact of the matter is, there are people ahead of you, and everyone is on vacation. Or not. They're really pissed because they're local and they don't want to deal with you on vacation.
If they're really local, they wouldn't be going out.
No, they don't. They don't come to me.
I would love to start some sort of like a ultimate fighting Mortal Kombat when it comes down to reservation slots.
Oh, you can fight each other for it.
Fight them for it, exactly. But only for big tables, okay? Only for like the whole family the fuckers that take the entire family on vacation.
I wouldn't go so graphic as to watch them brawl, but I would definitely want some sort of like
Oh no.
a three-legged race.
No.
Tug of
I
war.
I want to see actual like fists thrown. I want to
Really?
see. I want to
So
see two
you wanna see someone
7-year-olds
punch a baby?
I want to see two 7-year-olds fighting in the 7-year-old division. I want to see Grandpa fighting Grandpa over this 13 top and like
Oh
the last
my.
table of its kind. Like I want to see that. I feel as though I deserve it. No, I don't. I don't deserve it at all. But I feel as though it's something that would just kind of take the pressure off of everybody and they would act less stupid if they knew you're going to have to fight for it.
Yeah, you're going to have to literally fight someone for it. You know, I saw an old lady the other day. I felt amused, proud, and irritated all at once. It was because she stood in front of our
I
restaurant.
had to laugh, sneeze, and take a shit. I didn't
Yeah.
know what to do first.
She stood in front of our restaurant, and she had her arms and her legs out, but holding a phone to her ear, holding a parking space for her family.
Oh, nice.
But for over 20 minutes.
That's dedication right there.
And giving them directions as to where she is. Like, grandma is working hard, so you can
I'm the
park.
bitch in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
What do you think I am?
Like, is that you?
Were there-
What color's your car again?
Were there people that tried to...
Oh, yeah.
Did she wave them off?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Granny.
Aggressively, too. She was like, no, fuck you. My daughter's coming.
Oh, my God.
It's like, nice.
Jesus. Parking wars, too. Like
Yeah.
that again.
Get out of your car and fight for it. Go fisticuffs.
Fucking love it. Hey guys, it's Boomer.
And Pixie, hola.
We are here and so excited to be brand ambassadors for Reaper Apparel Company. We could not be more proud to have joined their roster and get to promote their brand and whole community.
Just like we have battled anxiety and depression, so have the folks at Reaper Apparel Company, and they know the present is not something to be wasted.
Yeah, it's all about trying to be the best version of ourselves every day and making our dreams come true, like we are here at the Service Entrance People podcast, and the folks in Reaper are too. So please join the Reaper community, check them out, go to reaperapparelcode.com, use the coupon code Service Entrance People to get 10% off your gear, plus check the links in the episode description, our Facebook and Instagram to get 15% off as well.
That's reaperapparelco.com, promo code Service Entrance People.
And it does seem that the role of that guy
Mhm.
that can be played by guest in those situations we just talked about,
Yes.
or by employee, there is a very specific that guy in the restaurant hierarchy,
Yeah, he's specific.
which is
Pacific Northwest.
the Pacific Northwestern server that's a complete fucking mess. Now, there's all types of messes of servers, right?
Yes, there are.
There's different flavors. There's the whatever, all of that.
It's
Nope.
like a box of rainbow nerds.
You never know what type of nerd you're throwing in your mouth. Now, we've talked extensively about the joys of taking your morning dump while going through your county mugshots to see if there's anybody that you know or work with that has been arrested the night before.
Absolutely.
And there is always the server who shows up on that.
yeah.
From time to time.
Yeah, you know
will
he's
just
going to be there.
Like, hey, how come Donnie's not here today? Oh, that's right. I totally saw him this morning when I was taking a dump. What? Yeah, no, here. And then you show the picture. Or you,
Here's him in orange at
or
the
you
county
immediately
lockup.
screenshot it and send it to everybody beforehand.
Yeah.
Donnie's not coming in today, guys. So we have a Donnie.
Yeah.
And
Boy, do we.
the last time that he got, I'm not coming in for 2 days with a no call, no show,
hmm
I was working and we were asking, hey, is he going to show up? Now, this archetype of server is also always usually late, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, whatever. It's Donnie. He'll be here. Like, it's fine. And then 20 minutes later, asked again about that. I'm like, I don't know. Give somebody else a table, whatever. He'll be.
He's probably out
whatever.
smoking a joint. He'll be in a minute.
So then I get a text message sent to me by an anonymous source. That is the picture of the mugshot. And this is why Donnie's not coming in today.
To which then he sends it to me while I'm taking a dump and
Well,
going,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, Pixie, check this shit out. Donnie's not coming in today.
Oh, which then you got to scroll down to why. Oh, wait for it. Let me look.
And, so whatever the website says about the reason of arrest, then you get more or less excited about, oh God, I can't wait to hear the story.
Yeah, because it's just analytical at that point. It's the cops reported this.
Right, yeah. DWI or
Possession with intent to
Right,
sell.
exactly.
Like, oh, you in big trouble now.
Yeah, domestic, whatever.
Yeah.
Firearm, whatever. So when I was looking through, it had him on a hold, an in-state hold,
Okay.
which means you're not getting bailed out, which means he's super not coming to work for the next ... Don't know.
Oy.
So he finally gets himself out, calls me one night, and is kind of expecting that he won't have a job.
Why?
And you're right. And I was like,
He did it out of work.
which is exactly, I'm like, bro, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't do anything at work. So what you do on your own time is your own thing. You're in trouble, clearly. You're going to have to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
But you still have a job tomorrow. I got you on the schedule. Like, fucking,
We
what
get
am I
it.
going to do? I know technically it was a no-call, no-show, but you're
County-
fine, bro.
Yeah, county wouldn't let you call. We
It's all good.
understand.
So then he comes in the next day. I try my best to kind of not get into people's lives outside of work. Like
Yeah.
that's one of those things where it's like,
It's a boss level thing. Like
It's
we're
yeah.
not supposed to care what you do.
it's a super slippery slope,
It's also why we don't drink with you. Like we're not exposed to.
and it's super slippery slope. But Donnie is like, bro, fucking, it was crazy. I'm like, what was crazy? And so he begins to piece together a story for me that is just over the fucking top. Yes.
I have a question. Does the story make sense?
Not one fucking bit.
Fantastic.
I'm going to tell this story and you are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Boomer? I can't track this.
Yeah, I
but-
actually haven't seen Donnie since that day, so I have no clue what happened.
So, again, all of you working in the service type industries, just close your eyes and think of that.
Don't do it if you're driving, though. You should really pay attention to
True.
the road.
Close your mind's eye and focus on that one person at your work that this will basically be, because it will fall right in. So the story goes, kid goes out drinking with his buds. Fun night, easy, not much going on.
Mm-hmm.
They roll up to a certain bar
Mm-hmm.
where the bar owner tells him he can't come in. There may or may not have been an incident prior to this that Donnie doesn't remember where he was asked to not come back.
Classic.
Okay? So then Donnie, in his inebriated state, is like, well, fuck you. I'm going in because I wanna,
Yeah, because fuck you.
Right. So the owner of the bar says, well, let me just summon this fine police officer here to discourage you, to possibly dissuade you from entering my premises. The cop has Donnie in the back of the squad car and is talking to him,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not under arrest, but just giving him a good talking to.
A good come to Jesus.
And Donnie's there with a friend, like I said. And so the cop's like, just have your friend take you home. Like, I don't want to see you back here tonight.
Oh, wow. You're not even like under arrest.
Leave.
You're just,
Nope.
you just got your.
I'm telling you.
Go sleep it off.
Just have your friend take you home, pick up your car tomorrow, bro. Like, come on. So much paperwork. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, you got lucky.
So exactly. You got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you or I or you do in this situation? You would take your friend and go home. You would have your
Yeah.
friend drive your ass home. You'd fall asleep and you'd go, fuck, in the morning. I gotta fucking go get my car. This sucks.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient, but at least I'm not in jail.
I hope I wasn't towed. That would be my thought.
Yeah. However, this is not what Donnie did.
What did Donnie do?
Donnie and his friend drove down the street just a little ways, to which Donnie was like, fuck this shit, pull around, I'm getting my car.
Oh, wait, what?
Right. So he
Why?
has, because there is no reason, there is no why to
Because
this.
I wanted it.
Because expressly the cop said, don't come back here, leave your car, come back tomorrow. I don't want to see you here again. Donnie thinks that if he has his friend pull up right next to his car and kind of shield it from the street that he can jump into his car and go, and the cops won't see this.
Oh, okay.
So that's not how
Okay.
sight works.
No, you're not a ninja.
So the cops see him. He pulls ass out of the parking lot, and the cops that are patrolling the area throw on the blues and go for him.
Yeah, sex lights, baby, you're fucked.
Except for Donnie thinking, you know what? That's a polite suggestion for me to pull over.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I appreciate that is where your heart is, but I am going to say no. I'm in fact going to drive faster, and I will try to evade you, good sirs.
So now high-speed chase.
So there is now a high-speed chase.
Delightful.
At some point in the proceedings, and this is where it gets really fucking fuzzy for me, because it was explained fuzzily. At some point, Donnie is then in the woods with his car.
Wait, what? How did we get to the woods?
Cut to.
No cut to.
Cut to Donnie in the woods with his car. Maybe drove off the road purposefully. Maybe got in an accident and hit a tree. I literally don't know. Anything is fucking possible. But he tells me that he then cleared out his car of any identification marks of him.
Except his tag.
Except the fact that it's his car. Right. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Just follow.
Okay.
Follow. He then hid in the woods for 2 hours, thinking that the cops would just be like, oh, well, what are we going to do?
Damn, we lost him in the woods.
Yep. Again, that's not how copping works.
That body is clearly under a pile of shit.
I can't
It looks
dig.
like I can't dig it
Nope.
out
Nope.
to convict them of murder.
Nope. So he winds up, in fact, getting arrested for, failure to heed to blues and all kinds of other
Yes.
stuff. And, he had other traffic stuff, which is why he was then, on a hold. But the funniest part of the story to me is, as he's telling me all this, he was looking around kind of frantically and then goes, oh, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck are you, why? First of all, you're telling me this fucking crazy story, but why are you oh yeah-ing? And he goes, I was super afraid I had left my apron in the car and I couldn't find it. So I totally thought that I lost my work apron and my order book and that they were still in
my
there.
God.
But nope, they're in the drawer right here. Awesome.
You fucking just wow, man. Fucking wow. Okay.
So I don't ask me for any clarification because that's literally
No, I
all
don't
that
need
I got.
to. But like, listen, bro. When you get any sort of incident where they see a vehicle and you're in the back of a squad car,
Can't prove it was me.
they fucking have your name. They have your tag. They have your address. They have your age, your race. You fucked.
Now, his contention
Yes.
to me also was they can't prove that it was me driving.
Me humbly beg to differ.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, the courts,
Because I'm pretty sure your driver's license and their, I don't know, body cam totally has your face. Your
Well,
ugly face.
he means like physically driving. Like, again, he thinks that the cops couldn't
Oh,
have seen him getting into his
it was
car
stolen
and
from
going.
me?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The old wreck your car and then call it in stolen the next day.
Oh my
that trick.
God.
Yes. So we will let the courts decide what's what on that.
Oh.
And you
Cheers,
and I,
Donnie.
yes, will hope to God, because Donnie's a good server. So we're going to really hope to God that nothing bad happens to him as far as the
I could live without
legal
him.
precedents. He's a good kid. All
I
right.
feel like Donnie doesn't like me very much.
Well, you're
But-
wrong.
You know what? I could live without him, so I'm okay. I'm okay. Donnie's gonna be okay too.
Donnie gonna be fine.
Donnie gonna be fine.
And you, dear listener,
We'll also be fine.
are always fine, and we appreciate you tuning in. And that was episode 41 of the old Service Entrance People podcast. Don't lump me in with these Martians. Yes, I know I changed the name like from the beginning when we first talked about it, but I'm going to go with
It's
Martians.
cool.
I like your Martians better. That was an improvement.
Please don't forget to do a few things for us. Remember to like, listen, share, subscribe, rate, and review 5 stars. Leave words, it helps. Or, if you want to help the show in another way, please send us your stories at serviceenterespeople@gmail.com or on Facebook at Service Entrance People Podcast or at Instagram at Service Entrance People Pod. DM there.
Girl, who's all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who are writing into this podcast.
Such as...
Content producers Chef Hope and Jeff Teal.
Those
Thank you.
exactly were the such as I was thinking of.
And a big, super huge thanks to executive producers Chris Moore and Chuck Cumberland.
Thank you, gentlemen.
How do they become executive producers of this show, Boomer?
Patreon.com/service entrance people. You've got 3 different levels of producership that you can attach yourself to. You get free stuff for all of it. And if you are an executive producer of On Uppity, you do get your name said with love at the end of every episode. If you are interested in just giving us those sweet, sweet stories, you can also leave us a voicemail, 854-345-7721. That would be super duper cool. Oh, shit. I forgot the PayPal.
That's what I was looking at you for.
You usually do the PayPal.
Yeah, well, now it's your turn.
PayPal. We are Service Entrance Peeps. $1, $1 million, anything you can do to help the show, help us do more things with our show. We have dreams that we're trying to get done, and you and I personally, Pixie, don't have the wherewithal to do it without help.
Exactly. Don't forget that we have a YouTube channel. If you have a hearing impaired friend or family member, that's YouTube at Service Entrance People.
Woo.
And we also have a TikTok, which eventually we'll get around to making more weird ones of those. That's TikTok at Service Entrance PPL. Yep. And on top of all of that, we are going to be working on a bonus episode for our executive producers. Thank you so much again. We love you guys. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next Wednesday, midnight.
For another episode of Service Entrance People. I am Boomer.
And I'm Pixie. Adios.
Can I say I won't give it up?
What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Chartrand. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Phoenix, Arizona, and I started a podcast called So the Story Goes with Brian Chartrand. It's a podcast that connects with creatives, mainly creatives here in Phoenix, but also international touring artists, names that you definitely will recognize. And we talk about everything from pop culture to music to art, how they stayed creative during the pandemic. It's a lot of fun, especially if you love music, and I know you do. I'm also old friends with your dear friend, Boomer. I hope you check out So the Story Goes. I think you'll dig it. You can find it at Apple Podcasts, on Amazon. Thanks for listening.